Well, I'm going to just kick this off. Start this. Hey, Zombie Slayer, that was quick. Oh, ignore those previous two playthroughs. We are starting fresh. How are you, Zombie Slayer? How you doing? Damn right, it was quick. It's those gamer fingers, you dig? I get you. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I get it. Either or. Maybe this should be up to choice. Been a while since I've played as well, so I'm keen. I'm real keen. Arrived is easy. Easy like nightmare. You're fucking awesome. It's your birthday, so you had dinner with your family, celebrated with family yesterday at dinner since that's when they were all available, and now you're just chilling out. Awesome, that's awesome. Happy birthday, man. Congrats. You're very welcome, you're very welcome. That sounds like a really good birthday. Good times with family. And then nice and relaxing decompression. Great. You're 22? Nice. Congrats. That's a good year. Since it's your birthday, you want to decide what class I'm going to go with? As a little birthday treat. Okay. I make this guy look as much like... Yeah, it's a good year. Some would say it's one better than 21. That's pretty true. I would say that. At this age, like at that age, you start to like... You no longer really think about your age, for sure. I certainly didn't. I found myself going, oh wow, I'm 24, you know, or oh, I'm 23 now, and like I just slowly stopped realizing. But it's a good year. It's a good year for sure. Thank you for the offer, but you don't know shit about Dark Souls games, so you have no idea what to pick and or what it means, but thanks regardless. Fair enough. Well, I know a lot about this game, so I can finally run my viewers through what's going on, the history of the world and stuff like that, and explain like little pieces, but I'm gonna be Grey Mouse, so let's customize this guy. And we'll pick something good, like a good class for this, because we're not doing really a challenge run. We're just we're just playing the game. And I'd rather not make this as difficult as possible for myself. So one thing you can do in Dark Souls is that if you just keep clicking create similar face, it slowly warps and distorts the fuck out of the person's face. Put it in English words, like that's a mage class, heavy armor class, but slow archer, range class, but then you can choose. Yeah, I can do that. Sort this out. Mess up this face as much as possible. We won't really see much of the face, but like it's still kind of fun to do this. you're convinced I could have make necromorphs solely from character creations from games from 2013 or before. Probably. That would not surprise me. Somehow we've managed to give him a really big old nose. Let's make it bigger. He will do. This is our Gramoose. Actually, mouth expression. Let's make him happy. Yeah. Nice. Alright. Alright, so the class system. So basically a warrior is the fighter class. Simple but effective, very good. Start with a shield and a sword. Fearless warrior, weapon expert, high strength and dexterity, so their base stats are quite good. Knight is high HP, solid armor, not easily toppled, but they are slower, and because their armor is much heavier. A wanderer is wields similar to high dexterity, so a high dexterity character. So like a rogue, but not so much a thief. Which brings me on to the next class, which is the thief, which is high critical hits, has a master key, which I chose in the gift, but like they're high dexterity as well, but also very quick. Gamers spend several hours on character creation. Also gamers wear a mask that does a lot of effects, so you never take it off. See your face. Yeah, exactly. That's one of the things with Elden Ring, is that it's got such a detailed character creation, but then after like 3 minutes in the game, you'll have a mask or a helmet that will just completely cover it. So it's just not worth doing too much. The bandit is a high strength character. High strength, pretty quick. Wields heavy battle axe, so slow attacks kind of thing. That's you with Fallout New Vegas and Skyrim. Yeah, that's also fair. But they're also both first person kind of games, so you never see your face anyway. But it's still fun to do. Hunter, bow wielding. Okay at close range, but weak with magic. Sorcerer can cast magic, basically the mage. Pyromancer can cast fire magic. Cleric can cast blessed magic or divine magic. And then the deprived gets nothing. Just a club and a pretty shit shield. If you'd like me to explain any of those again, I'd be happy to. But feel free to pop a choice in the chat. You assume pyromancers are the absolute shit at fire magic, and that's why they excel at it? Yeah. Pretty much. So there are 3 different types of magic in the Souls games. So there's sorcery, there is pyromancy, and then there is divine or blessed magic. And they're all different schools of magic, but they all originate from different areas of the world and the lore. So in actual fact, sorcerers don't normally cast fire magic, pyromancers don't normally cast sorceries, and clerics don't normally cast either of the two. Blessed magic is basically healing spells. There is one spell that actually saves you from death, but you're at 1 HP. You can cast like Radiance, you can buff your weaponry and things like that. I don't know how good it is in Dark Souls 1, but it was like pretty decent in Dark Souls 3. I've never played a cleric in Dark Souls 1, so wields a mace and casts healing miracles. So basically they can kind of heal themselves in battle. Blessed magic is or blessed magic, I can't believe I said blessed. Blessed magic is basically the gifts of the gods. So there's fire magic, healing magic, and what's divine magic? Divine magic is healing magic. So sorcery is the third type of magic, which is basically magic darts, like attacking kind of stuff. Well, they all have attack like spells, but the sorcery ones are like very strongly damage dealing and things like that. I didn't realize a pyromancer starts at level 1. And a cleric starts at level 2, which is genuinely surprising to me because their stats are pretty like fascinating. Okay, so is sorcery the knight of magic, right? Sort of. In From Software, they kind of are. I think pyromancy is more generally like versatile, whereas sorcery you'll find yourself on the back foot quite a bit, which is fine, but like it's one of those things. Like in a sense of them doing the most damage. Oh, doing the most damage, then yes, absolutely. The sorcerer is like the knight, then they definitely do the most damage. There's an entire series of places that is like fire creatures or creatures of flame, and as a result, the pyromancer is absolute dog shit in that area. Which is hilarious to me. So there's magic, sorcery, so what's your ranged classes? Ranged classes, so we've got the hunter, he wields a bow. And that's about it. Pretty much that's about it. So ranged isn't really a big thing in Dark Souls 1. Because ultimately everything attacks you from the ground to a certain extent, other than a few enemies or a few bosses. So other than that, you have the hunter who actually starts with a bow, but you can pretty much pick a bow up from early in the game, so no class is deprived of ranged attack. So what's our melee classes then? So warrior, knight, wanderer, and bandit are generally basic melee classes. The thief and the wanderer are both kind of DPS. And deprived is technically a melee class. I mean, not technically it is, because that's all you got. You got a club, and you got a shield. That's it. You have no armor. You're naked. Well, you're in a loincloth. Okay, so hunters aren't the only class that have range, since you can get a bow pretty early on. So pretty much choosing hunter for the bow is useless, right? Pretty much, yeah. I think if I could give you a hint, hunter is pretty much useless. May as well not bother picking it. If you want to make me suffer, then deprived is like the go. But hunter and wanderer are pretty like meh. Death Note hunter, there's that. Yeah, it narrows it down. Thief starts with a dagger, which is like real low reach, which is pretty rough for like new players. Although you're not an arsehole, you won't choose deprived, you're not a monster. Well, I appreciate that. It's always a plus. Although you're an arsehole, I just assumed you said you weren't. What's the difference between warrior and knight? Very good question. Not much. Other than basically the knight has heavier armor and higher HP. Yeah, higher HP. But the warrior has better endurance, strength, and dexterity. Yeah. Oh wow. Really? Gee. There's like looking at the stats now, I actually am surprised that people go with knight. They just have a pretty good set of armor, which you can get later in the game because all the armor sets are in world and you can find them. So basically this choice only really dictates how we start out. So is the warrior is quicker but the knight has more HP is the gist of it? Yeah, exactly. Correcto. Right on the money. He has a much better armor set, but his stats are more basic. Yeah. Weird, I have actually, like, anytime I've played it, I have just jumped into Hunter. Hunter is maybe one of the worst classes for, like, early onset, like, well, a good start. Like, Hunter's just pretty rough. Like, well, they're definitely not Hunter or Deprived. Fair enough. That's a very good choice. I played through, Dark Souls 3 for the first time. Well, my first playthrough of Dark Souls 3 I played as Deprived, and it's still pretty rough then. You ever have those like days where water is just the best? Having that today. Maybe I'm just dehydrated. Good lord, that must have sucked. It was pretty rough. Like, eventually you get a good enough set of armor and good enough skills that it doesn't matter too much, but yeah, it was a rough start. It was at this point Grey Mouse knew he fucked up. Yeah, pretty much. But it wasn't too bad. Once I got through the first few bosses, it started to make sense, and it was all much easier from there. Alright, so what class do we go with? We'll want to get into this game. My votes are either Warrior, Thief, or Pyromancer. So those are my three. So your choice only determines the start of the game, right? Since you can eventually get all the weapons and armor for each class. Yeah, exactly. So don't worry, like, don't feel like whatever choice you make is gonna, like, severely fuck me over. Basically, whatever choice you make, I will accommodate for. If it's like something rough, then sure. But like, yeah, whatever choice we start with just dictates how the start of the game is gonna go. But don't worry too much. It's not that it's not that rough of a choice. Hey Snow, you say night? That's good. That's good. That's a good choice. That's a good choice. Hey Snow, how you doing? We're currently just about to start Dark Souls 1. Because it's Zombie Slayer's birthday, I thought I'd let him decide what class we're going as. But we're about to jump in. I hope everyone's keen for a bit of a cutscene. Let's start. Very fair.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire.
I love that Punga's just dancing as we're getting the rundown of Dark Souls. Punga, this is serious.
Heat and cold, life and death. And of course, light and dark. Then from the dark, they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone scales. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers. And man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen
I'm trying to stay quiet for this cutscene, but good chats. There's my mate. He's a big fan of the mouse. This guy. Alright, so if you didn't get what was going on in that cutscene, fair enough. Basically just explaining the world.
The dark sign brands the undead.
Thought so. Yeah, Elden Ring is fucking amazing.
And in this land,
though, I will say, it's actually, none of that is actually Souls lore. That's Elden Ring lore.
And led to the north.
You'll actually find that Elden Ring has no... has very little connection to Dark Souls, which I do actually really like.
To await the end of the world.
But its lore is so damn good. It's the same style of storytelling. Yeah, exactly. It's so good, genuinely. I'm glad you're getting into it.
This is your fate.
Mouse is looking pretty mousy for some reason. I'm always looking pretty mousy. I'm a mouse. I'm a mouse! Also, Snow, if you didn't know, we have a Discord. Come and join it. Got to tell my friends about my Discord. It doesn't matter, you know about it now. This guy, so this guy's Oscar. He's a real good lad. He's helping us break out of prison by throwing a corpse down. Yeah. But hey, Snow, did you know that there's co-op in Elden Ring? Love him already. Oh, well, don't get too attached to him. And one thing I found out about this game is that if you look in this pot, poop. There's poop. And I just broke my poop pot. There we go. Not just deep lore. There's also poop theories. You're off though. Just came to say you love me. I love you too. Boost numbers and feck off. Well, I appreciate that all the same. Have a lovely evening, my dude. I'll see you in a bit. Mouse, read your long chat above. What's your long chat? Hold on, give me a moment. Is it true that the strongest characters are the least armored since they aren't supposed to be hit, so you just don't get hit and you're God? Yeah. Actually, that's a pretty good, that's actually a pretty accurate kind of thing. Most people who play through this game play through it with very little armor because they're quicker that way, and then they don't get hit. I don't need to do this. I'm doing this kind of just because getting the rust off. Yeah, so as you can see, I roll real slow. And we'll see how we go. If my slow roll actually proves to be a problem, I may take some of this armor off. Hey, next! Stinky Sock Mouse, how dare you? First of all, lovely to see you. Second of all, how fucking dare you? And also, thank you for resubscribing. Love you too. How are you, Nix? Just adjusting. Alright. Into this room. Oh no, there's a monster. What'll I do? I'm not fighting him yet. We'll be back. We'll be back. Yeah, okay, feeling under the weather still? I'm sorry to hear that. Still just that sore throat and stuff. Because you know very little about Dark Souls or any From Software game, played Elden Ring for a bit since your brother wanted you to play it, and you don't like it and fuck his opinions and what he wants me to play. But what I do know is of Let Me Solo Her and that he's basically a god since he's naked. Yeah, that dude is wild. He's real hardcore. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, just a sore throat. Yeah, so Let Me Solo Her is just such a, he's super cool. I think because his story is basically he struggled for so long against Melania. He just kept joining in other people's games so that he could have a chance to solo, to beat her to a point where he could beat her just by himself, and then that's how Let Me Solo Her became a thing. Super cool. He's absolutely cracked. Yeah, it's super cool. But also insane. I can't imagine spending that much effort and time on a single boss. It's great, but it's also terrifying. It's a terrifying level of dedication. I don't have. That's where I came from. Quickly got disoriented as per. I also, it's funny it's funny we all bring up Elden Ring, but I keep pressing Y to interact with stuff, which is the Elden Ring way. Oh, you didn't know that was the exact reason he did it, but regardless, props to him. He's a real one for helping some people. Yeah, absolutely. And he really is, it's incredible, that level of dedication. But yeah, it was, so this is Oscar, he's
You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done
been injured.
I'm afraid. I'll die soon.
So, like I said,
Then
you shouldn't get
lose my
attached to
sanity.
Oscar. He's
I
gonna
wish to ask
die.
something of you. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you?
Sure, I'll hear you out.
Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family: "Thou who art undead art chosen." And thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient
It's very important.
gods. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart.
Yeah.
Oh, one more thing.
Oh, take hope, my friend.
Take this.
You saw someone play Elden Ring with a
Estus
fucking dance
flask.
pad, and that's, I
An
mean,
undead
good
favorite.
Lord in heaven. Yeah, there are some crazy playthroughs of Elden Ring and all the Souls games that I've seen a few
Now
people
I must
beat
bid farewell.
Dark Souls with
I'll hate to
with
hurry
a
you
dance
off to
pad
death.
and things like that.
So go.
It's incredible.
And thank you.
Got to be a little unhinged, but also it's really cool. So basically, Oscar has been slammed through that hole in the roof, and so he's gonna die. It's pretty rough, but he's dying with hope because he's seen us continue on. And you heard that little faint noise. That was Oscar dying. Dead now. Gone. But he also gave us a key, so that key actually allows us to get to the higher floors of the asylum. I'm just going to rest for a moment. There's also one thing about this game, if you don't rest at the bonfires, then you actually don't get them. So if I died, I would have been at a different bonfire. Real bad. Pass. Let me stab you in the ass. Nope. Let's get this backstabbing. No, I'm just gonna keep going. Oscar! He was a real hero. He's dead now. And that's just how it is. That's just how it be. Okay, let's practice. Some Baku stabs. Maybe not. 2 of them. Fuck that. There we go. So that's a backstab. Real good. Real good damage. Love it. Yeah, one of my favorite attacks. Good. Good shit. And so, just as a reminder, everyone, Oscar was slammed through a roof by something that must have been very strong. So you take it you are done with take it you are one with Dark Souls, like how yours truly is one with Dead Space and Dishonored? Maybe. I just really enjoyed the lore. I don't think I'm an expert when it comes to Dark Souls, but I do enjoy it greatly. So in that respect, absolutely. I missed! Fuck! I'm rolling. So slow. Ah! Out. Let's just get away. Oh. Oh god. You also can't move when you drink, which is rough. Oh my god, I roll so fucking slow. I'm gonna need to change that. I gotta take some armor off. Gotta get naked. It's a little bit naked. Yeah! Run! Wait!
see it.
Sorry. Yeah, you're a Dark Souls lore nerd, like how Odin is with Dead Space and Dishonored. Yeah, fair. Yeah, I'm definitely a lore nerd for Dark Souls. I love this shit. It's great. Use the big pilgrim's key. Nice. I'm a big pilgrim. Alright, and then we can go to the land Fools. Get to leave this asylum behind. Sweet. I do also know some like developer stuff, like behind the scenes developer stuff, which I might bring up every so often, because it is fascinating how they came up with ideas for certain things. I also have the art book, which I adore. Fuck was that noise? Oh, it was the vibrating controller that just against my desk.
To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords.
Yes. Lordran. Good place. Not really. Kind of shit. Alright, what do I keep? What armor do I keep on? Because I need to roll a little bit faster, because holy fuck, that's such slow rolling. Like, it's so slow. Probably I take, the chest piece is probably the heaviest part. Oh, that hugely changed. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Sweet. I'm good. Ooh, the development of a game is so interesting. You know, for Dead Space, the tentacle thing grabbing you was one of the hardest parts of them to put in, and because of that, it almost wasn't added. Huh. That... Oh, pardon me. That is very interesting to know. Because for me, like, that was one of the hardest parts for me to play through. So I do find that fascinating. So this is the Crestfallen Knight. He's just a guy who's kind of given up.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival.
You must be a new arrival.
The undead, right? Well, you're not the first. But
Not the
there's
first.
no salvation here.
No salvation. Everything's fucked.
Asylum.
Quick rundown. Everything's fucked.
Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are actually 2 bells of awakening.
So
One is up
in
above
that
undead
adage that Oscar gave
other
us, he said
is
that he told us to ring the bell of awakening.
in the ruins of
Now
the
we are
ancient
only just now finding out that there are actually 2.
and something happened.
So it is becoming slowly quite evident
Not
that
much to go on.
the ancient adages and the ancient histories have been lying to us, or maybe have not been
This
completely
why you
truthful.
came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead.
Also in Dark Souls 1, you know a person has stopped talking when they start laughing.
Ah, your face. You're practically hollow. But who knows? Going hollow.
And then you talk to people 3 times at least. Then you can get all their information and dialogue out.
Collected bit by bit from and the quickest way, coveting thy neighbor.
I just check one more time. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's his dialogue ended. Oh, I did it again. Keep pressing Y. I should be pressing A. There's this area up here. There's a portly gentleman. Hanging out.
Hello there. I am Petrus of Thoroland.
Petrus of Thoroland.
Have you business with us? If not,
He's a cleric.
hello.
But he's
I
also
also
like,
want
can
to
you
know
just piss off?
that it is here? No.
but he'll give us stuff to go away.
Oh
And if
my,
you stay here, then he's
that's
just like, oh, I'm not actually like...
that is a shame. Speak to...
But he's like, oh, just go away, please. Just get out of my face, because we're hollow. So we're like stinky, cursed beings, basically, in this world. But I'm going to share a little developer thing. There actually used to be a secret pathway here. And they removed it from development. So it actually goes to it used to be a shortcut to a certain part of the game. And they removed it because they realized that it would make the game too compressed. And it'd be too easy to get from one point to another. Because this entire world actually leads onto itself multiple times. And is completely circular. So as a result, you can actually see parts of the world from... so you can actually see end parts of the world from here. Which I'll get into more detail about in later streams, basically. Wait. Oh, this is a bad place to be rolling. Oh, Jesus. But yeah, so the creator of these games, or the lead developer, Hideo Miyazaki. Ow. And I'm poisoned. Fuck you, you fucking rat. He designed this entire world on graph paper. And so it all leads perfectly to each other. Almost one-to-one. Not exactly one-to-one, but almost. Forgot how easy it was to get status effects in this game. Freaking poisoned. The rest doesn't matter. Yeah, fuck you. Okay, we're done here. We are done here. Onward. Continuing on. That was a bad time to drink. Hold on. See your message. Don't worry, Zombie Slayer. See it. Pick a safe spot. Fire here. And you get why, but the development of the game gets especially interesting considering that the devs aren't or don't want talk about how they made it, so you only get to learn that information like 5-10 years after the game is already out, so it changes your perspective on a character or a weapon. Oh yeah, absolutely. It is definitely the sort of thing that you don't get to learn about until the game is, you know, in Dark Souls' case, like a cult classic and like a fan favorite. Because there are certain parts of this game that we'll learn or we'll see and you'll come to understand that were rushed in development, and once they like informed us that they were rushed in development, you can really tell. These guys are a bit of a pain. They just hold up their shields and swing. Stop spinning. Fucking bastard.
Well now, you seem to have your wits about you, hmm? Then you are a welcome customer. I trade for souls. Everything's for sale.
This guy's weird. I don't need anything from him. Heath. I always forget that.
Thank you, kind.
There we go. That's a pretty nasty room. Especially early game. Introduces you to the concept that Dark Souls really wants to kill you. Missed. As if you haven't already asked before, what's my unpopular gaming opinion? That's a tough one, actually. Unpopular gaming opinion. I guess, like, a game doesn't have to look good to be good. And then, in addition to that, a game doesn't have to have a good story to be fun. Or to be good. Either. Yeah. I think those, like, I don't know if it, but like, I guess it's also hard to, like, what would be considered an unpopular gaming opinion, I think. Or hard to figure that out. Could be about any game, or maybe about the gamer community. And I just shut that door. I'm in. Gamer community. I'll have to get that. I'll keep thinking on that one. I want to give you a good answer. I feel like I probably have one. Like, let's be honest. We all have an unpopular gaming opinion. Let me get at your back. Let me... There you go. That'll do. Wasn't a backstab, but it'll do. Actually, I've got something. If a game is difficult or... Oh, well, actually, I find a lot of... So, I find the Rainbow Six community to be pretty toxic in a way that just because a game is difficult or takes a learning curve to get into, I once talked about my interest in learning how to play Rainbow Six Siege, and the people I knew who played it told me, don't bother, it's got a learning curve that you don't want, and it's like, that's how you kind of lose people playing in that community, is that if a game is too hard, or if a game is difficult or requires like learning to get into, you shouldn't push people away just because it's hard. I guess that's what one of mine is, that a gaming community should be kind of pretty inclusive, or at least try to be inclusive. Oh, it's a dangerous game we're playing. He's got so much fucking health. This is a Black Knight. They're pretty tough. He might be. Or might not. Oh, Jesus. Bad spot to be in. I'll reach you coming in a moment. Zombie Slayer. Stuck at this point, I'm just stabbing a Black Knight in the back. That way. This way. Oh, Jesus. Oh, jeez. Predicting my every move. There you go. Predict this, bitch. Sorry. I guess it's the get good community, like, kind of mentality. I don't like that. It makes it very hard to get interested in a game because people are like, oh, it's too hard. You're not going to be good at it because it's too hard. And it's like, let me be bad at it. Like, let me. I just want to play it, you know? Back up. He's almost dead. He's almost dead. Too close to the side. That was bold of me believing that his sword wouldn't reach me. Like, that was where my brain was at. It's like, he won't hit me in this tiny little circle. It's me and him in this tiny little circle. He's not going to hit me. Okay, let's read. Is that unpopular because you give very little shits about graphics and the story isn't necessarily needed, but damn, when games have a good story, that's a plus. That's sort of how you feel with Dishonored. Story is well fleshed out, but the gameplay is what people focus on, and that's fair. If anything, you should warn people not to push them away. If you do that, then it means there's less players, which leads to the game dying sooner and the game not being as fun, since dying equals dead, or dying is dead. Ugh, the get good people are fucking disgusting. Your brother is sort of like that and told you how to play during boss fights when you didn't want his advice. Yeah, that really is, like, it ruins a gaming experience for most, if not all, people. It's really rough. I will be back in a moment. I just need to turn on my light and close my blinds. Okay. Shut the fuck up. How you feel? Yeah. I think it's reasonable to feel that way because it ruins people's experience. One thing I absolutely hate, and it actually pertains to Dark Souls, is there are like not established, but like present rules in Dark Souls. So if you invade people, then you have to, like, it's just common etiquette to treat invasion a certain way. And so there are certain people who invade and then run away when they know they're losing, and that stuff, like that shit, I hate. I absolutely hate that shit. If people run away when they're losing, but they're in the invader, then they're just prolonging this like agony they're prolonging this like waste of time for the person playing who's trying to get through the game, and that's not cool. It's a really shit thing to do for like someone who's trying to enjoy the game. Semi-established but not written down, but it may as well be. Yeah, they're kind of unwritten guidelines to decorum and such. But yeah, people who just run away when they're losing are the worst, because like in Dark Souls you don't trigger enemies as an invader. So as a result, you're not in any danger if you're running away. And so like more often than not, those people go hand in hand with the get good community, because their argument to that behavior is, oh, just get good. If you were good at the game, then you wouldn't be, like, that wouldn't be a problem. And I hate that, because it's like, you're just being a dick. And you're trying to like encourage your own behavior by saying that they're at fault. Oh, Jesus. What, he really closed the gap? That was scary. And I just kicked him. It's run, just climb down the ladder. Coming after me, Jesus. Dude. What an a-hole. Alright. Get out of my way. Douchebag. Wanted to run past him, and he wouldn't get out of my way. The dick. That's sort of how it is with COD Zombies. Whoever has the most points buys the doors, because the rest of us have 300 points. They have 5,000 points, and the doors are from 500 to 1,000 points. Buy the fucking door. Yeah. There's codes of etiquette in all games. So you're trapping me inside. Okay, goodbye. Good on him, I guess. Let him live his life, but I'm not gonna. What? Jesus. But yeah, and I think in Dark Souls 3 there was a gesture which was like where you point to the ground, and if people ran away from you during fights, then you pointed at the ground. And it's like, come back, basically. Just don't be a coward, come back. That's why you never play co-op with people, because they won't be cooperative and help the team survive longer since they want a cool gun. So you just play solo. Yeah, it like that kind of nature in games does kind of ruin it. Mr. Lizard. And I found that in Dark Souls, it's a bit of a double-edged sword, in that the co-op community is so lovely, the invader community is so toxic. So yeah, it's yeah. I'm currently playing offline for that reason. I don't want to be invaded by people who are gonna make my life a little bit annoying. Here you go, tourist demon. Run it. Blind. So that's how you super quickly kill the tourist demon. For those of you who did not know. You mean you do try to help people on Twitch and stuff, but so COD Zombies is easy for them, but my god, is Mary and Joseph COD Zombies co-op sucks. That's rough. Yeah. It's, you know. It is what it is, you know, and if it's an absolute pain in the ass, then it does ruin it for most everyone, like pretty much everyone. But if it doesn't, then like great. But yeah, you don't often get communities like that online anyway, unless you're playing with a good player. But the problem is all the good players are also also solo players. Yeah, yeah, it really is that kind of nature, isn't it?
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow. Far from it.
I look very hollow, mate.
I am of Astora, an adherent of the
Solaire.
Lord of Sunlight.
Great.
Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. You find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time.
You'd like to play with me since I have more than 4 brain cells to rub together? That's maybe the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. and aren't a dumbass, but that's rare. Yeah, it's so hard to find good people to play stuff online with, especially if you are starting from scratch. Oh jeez, I didn't hear what he said.
The way I see it,
okay,
our
cool.
fates appear to be intertwined. In a land brimming with hollows.
That's a close one. I could have
really be mere chance.
salted him.
So what do you say?
Help each other. So he's asking, do I want to like be cooperative and engage in jolly cooperation? I say yes. I'm offline.
Well then, take this.
But I can summon
strange beings in a
NPCs as well, so it's still kind of useful.
Is convoluted, with heroes centuries old phasing in and out. The very fabric wavers, and relations shift and obscure. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact.
There's Discord for zombies, but not that many people even know it exists. It's still a minority of people. Oh man, that feels like it really sucks if you kind of gatekeep and hold on to stuff like that, and it really doesn't foster a thriving community.
You must be blind.
That's really disappointing. Just gonna exhaust dialogue with him.
Oh, hello there. The sun, if only.
My good man.
Oh, Hello there.
Good people, not shitheads that have Xbox Live.
To gaze at the sun.
Has a mic, has good internet, has enough time to play. That's like 5 people who are that. Yeah, not everyone has all those qualities. I don't even. I don't have time to play. And I don't have Xbox Live, I guess. We got a bridge. We got some charred ground. That's not good. Run out. I should have healed. Keep running. Get out of my way. Ah! Dragon. Get out of the danger. I'm all scared. Light it down. No, people aren't gatekeeping it, but some people aren't even aware. Oh, so it's just not an aware thing. Fair enough. I mean, not fair enough, but it does suck that people just don't know. Because, again, that doesn't build that kind of community. And pretty much everyone's dead. I'm going to quickly run down to the shopkeep. Pick up something that could be quite useful. Out of my way, assholes. They just slowly like trek back and forth, so it's not really worth killing them every single time. And now that I have that shortcut, not worth killing them at all. Hey mate.
Oh, still keep them go ahead, never hurts.
Nitwit. Didn't realize that he called me a nitwit. Gee, ick. So I'm gonna pick up. Got. It's got a bow. A bow. How many arrows? I know there's a certain amount. I'm just gonna go 35.
Oh, thank you very much. Come back.
So if you don't buy stuff, he actually reacts quite negatively to you. And if you buy stuff, then he reacts well to you. Out of my way, assholes. Again, you know. There are like 50k people there, so it's not like dead or anything, though, thank God. Yeah. That's fair. But it's not finding new people, which is rough. That. And that. That'll do. You love it. The guy before has had a muffled voice since, of course, he was wearing a helmet that covers his mouth. Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. It's like, yeah, it's like subtly muffled. I love it. And I think most of the knights who have helmets and stuff are muffled as well, which is super cool. Attention to detail that you don't get every day. Mate, come on. Your footsteps and it's freaking me out. I guess it's probably above me. Ow, fuck. You love it, the guy before. Oh yeah, no, he said that. I mean, I read that. Good. Don't want to step out onto the edge. Come to me. Oh, Jesus. You could tell new people about it, but if they think it's a scam, then you understand. I would think that too. Yeah, exactly. It's like, how do you get new people into it? If you're the only person like promoting it and talking about it. Ick. Down really close to that edge, and it's making me really nervous. Get away from the edge, mate. Okay, he's away from the edge now. But now he's pressed his back into the wall. Stop it. Stop it. Get the fuck away from the edge. And the wall. Just move it. Die. What an asshole. So yeah, in this game you can see, so that's where those bomb guys were, over there. We went up those stairs, up onto that wall, fought the tourist demon around about there, came around. Super cool. Okay, I need my bow. Oh. Do we like that for a bit? Got him. Got him. Hit him once. There we go. Hit him twice. Two. Can't remember how many I need to sever the tail. Oh, just completely out of sync there. There we go. 3. Him, you can kill me, but you'll work for it. Puts back against wall with his shield protecting his front. Yeah, what a dick. Just completely, like... I mean, fair enough, he just doesn't want to die. But damn, it's annoying for me. Whoa! 5. Eh. Oh, that still worked. 6. 6 shots. Getting there. As long as nothing's sneaking up on me. I always feel like paranoid about things sneaking up on me as I'm like doing stuff like this, where I can't see anything other than my crosshairs. Almost 7. Is there different types of arrows, so the amount of arrows to sever the tail is different for each type of arrow? Of course, I'm assuming there's more than one type. Yeah. Yeah, there are different types of arrows and stuff. I went with the cheapest and the easiest to procure, but there are different types of arrows. You can also get crossbows in this game. You can get crossbow bolts, and like there are yeah, varying different types. Because this is a pretty simple game, it doesn't go that deep, I think. Like they do different damage and stuff like that, but then ultimately it's not, I don't think it's a consistent or a common strat to use bows and crossbows, just because everything can be reachable from the ground other than stuff like this, which is just like an added bonus. I have no idea how many I've put into him now, but we're getting close. If I use up all of them, then I'm just going to be like, fuck it, I give up. I'm not doing this. I ain't doing this shit. It'll pop. It'll pop. We'll sever this tail. It'll pop soon, I'm sure of it. Every single time I expect it to just go, and then when it doesn't, I'm like minutely disappointed. Not yet. We got 17 arrows left. Surely we'll get him in these 17. I'm always expecting to see it pop. Give me the Tail pop. Ah, damn it. I'm still expecting it. Too optimistic. It'll happen. It will happen. It's just a question of when. Beginning to doubt myself. Is it true that Dark Souls 2 is kind of dog shit, and that you think it's something about the bosses going from really easy to really hard and then back to really easy? But you could be wrong on that one. Not a Souls fan. There we go! We got a pop. Sorry. So the Drake Sword is fucking great. So I'm not a fan of Dark Souls 2. Insufficient strength. Okay, what do I need to equip it? 16 strength, so just a little bit more strength. Cool. I'm not a fan of Dark Souls 2. It was made by a different company. It wasn't made by FromSoft. It was made in a bit of a rush, and as a result, the resolution and video quality was just not up to par. It actually looks a little bit worse than Dark Souls 1 graphically. The story is fine, it's serviceable, but the boss fights are like, there are like too many boss fights, and it's just not very, and they're not all consistently very good. Like, some aren't really even that difficult, one of which is actually like a fight in a small church with just a bunch of enemies that you've faced in the main game, so it's not even really a boss fight. Run, run. Oh, and I just died instantly. So I'm trying to get into that room. So we'll do that again. And it wasn't made by Hideo Kojima, right? No, it absolutely wasn't made by Hideo Kojima. No, it wasn't. I don't think it... No, I definitely don't think it was. There wasn't enough, like, mind-bending for it. That, however, was the first death. And it's because I didn't... Because I died, basically. What? Because I ran out too late, I think. The creator of the From Software games is Hideo Miyazaki. Yeah? Miyazaki? I can't remember his first name, but Miyazaki. Or as some in the Souls community call him, Michael Zaki. Jeez it. That may have been a bad idea. We're in. Light the bonfire. Don't get set on fire. Okay, we're good. Yeah, so part of it being bad is boss fight pacing is done horribly. Yeah, pretty much. Some people, like, I know some people who really enjoy it. Like, really enjoy Dark Souls 2. That's fine. Like, I have no issue with that at all. It's just not my cup of tea. I don't enjoy it. Dragon's still there? I think he may have left, and I may have just sat at the bonfire and... Yeah. He ran. Yeah, the Drake Sword is a really good early game weapon. So I've picked it up because it's, yeah. Some people would take issue with me doing that, but fuck 'em. I'm playing it for my own enjoyment, so... Oh, and the Claymore. Claymore is actually pretty good. Not the Drake Sword, though. Fuck, it's Miyazaki, low power, small brain. It's okay. No judgment, no judgment. Fuck, we're just hitting each other's shields. Mate. Apologies. No, it's okay. But yeah, it wasn't made by Miyazaki. And as a result, there's actually very few connections from leave him. There are very few connections to 1 from Dark Souls 2. Whereas from Dark Souls 3, there are actually quite a few connections from 1. Which is cool because you get to see like a world that is shaped and changed by the events of Dark Souls 1. But in a way, it's like very subtle because it's been millennia and millennia of years that have passed. And I find that kind of cool. Some people weren't a fan of Dark Souls 3, and I don't fully get why. Dark Souls 3 is actually pretty good. But I enjoy Dark Souls 3. But that being said, each to their own as well. That was a big pig. We're in real tight quarters. Gentlemen, I do not want to leave this space. I do not want to be killed by a giant pig. Use it. Got a sword now. Fuck you. Uh-oh. Got him. Your man's out of stamina. They don't have much stamina, that's the thing. So one thing that you can do, and I've used the gold pine resin for what I needed to use it for, so I'm gonna just... Yeah! These are called alluring skulls. I could just throw it into the fire. Big pig. Just walks into the fire. And I throw it again, and I fall. Oh god. Let it go. I don't know what's going on, I'm just running. Doing what I did best in Dead Space. Just running away. Oh, the pig actually took more damage because it ran through more fire. Did it! He did it, he fell into the fire. I mean, ran into the fire. Excellent. Exactly what I wanted to see. You really? Stop being that guy. I get it, it's fun to be a hero. Fuck you. Yes, you can imagine a lot of people would have a problem with your weapon class. From what you hear, the Souls community has problems with every fucking thing. Summoning, no summoning, apparently a mage. Sorcery class is the easiest, so it's basically playing on easy mode using better armor. So fights aren't as hard. You need to make this as hard as possible for you because reasons. Looking up guides, etc, etc. Yeah, exactly. Everyone has opinions. But opinions are like assholes. Everyone has them. And some... but you don't have to listen to them? I don't know. So fuck them, you may as well do what you want because people already hate you and your choice of weapons because of reasons. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. It is what it is. Wait. Think I'm a fool? Ow. Whoa. These guys are deceptive because they actually swing really fast. And that can be really uncomfy. They also deal a good amount of damage. Oh, mystery key. Can't remember where that opens. But I'm sure we'll find out. Gentlemen. Goodbye. Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm wobbling. I'm wobbling. I don't have Elden Ring fall damage, so I could die falling from that height. It's so weird. Like, the From Software games have completely, like, randomly varying fall damage. Like, Sekiro, it's pretty high. Bloodborne, it's decently high, but not as high as Sekiro. Dark Souls and Dark Souls 3 have terrible fall damage. And then Elden Ring has, like, unnaturally good fall damage. Where am I? Yeah. Another streamer you watch says he thinks there are bad and good opinions, and well, yeah, I agree, because some opinions are weird to say at the least. Yeah, weird to say the least, especially with certain types of gamers. Absolutely, like, no opinion is going to fit everything, and some people are also really fucking stupid. And that's inescapable. Some people are going to have bad opinions, and that is, like, that's something that is unavoidable in our lives, is that we will meet people who have bad opinions. That's okay. They may have bad opinions because they don't fully understand the context. They may have bad opinions because they come from a different context or a different environment where that doesn't fit. Or they might be really stupid or really, like, annoying. And then as a result, hey, their opinions are bad. Or their opinions will be bad. Can you not, mate? Just die. Hate them. Have you ever found yourself becoming, like, impatient from as a like gamer, where you, like, guys with shields and stuff, you just kind of, you feel impatient against? Ow. Saw your message, I'll check it in a second. Alright, yes, Mouse, yes, some people are indeed really fucking stupid. Oh god, yeah. It's an unavoidable truth about the human race. We're all, like, imagine the most averagest person in terms of intelligence that you know. Half the world's population. Dumber than that guy. Good. Drop your shield. Yeah, he died.
He did.
Yeah, no. I love that he, like, charges up his strike and he's just like, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. And then I just stab him in the back. Love it. He's like, ah!
Damn it. Damn you.
The guy, like, right here. Hear him. Yes, you kind of feel that way. Like, my guy, you are this right. Okay, well, can you not be that? Yeah, you are this right. You just not be. Ow! Fuck! Just a real guttural, like, from the diaphragm. Just fuck! Yeah, so the Drake sword is fucking mint, mate. Shit. Idiot, you missed. I'm also not wearing a shirt. I always love the idea of, like, you're coming into this, like, kingdom and stuff, and all these enemies are like, just a guy with that. This guy's wearing a helmet but no shirt, and then I'd, like, wipe the floor with them. I like that. I like that, like, mental image. That these people are like, don't worry, I'll take care of this, Carl. Then he dies in one strike, and then Jonathan goes after him. And he dies. And then their archer friend, Kyle. And it goes well for none of them. It's even worse when it was your fault and forgot to save in a game, so now you have to fight those enemies again. Yeah, They're not too bad. Like, we're doing okay. It's the thing. We've died once. That's because I was stupid. That was bound to happen. I was gonna make a mistake. These monsters keep coming back to life, and it's bound to happen. It was gonna happen, you know. We're here now. We've made our bed. That's okay. And they'll be back now as well, but that's okay. I get to meet Andre.
Well, you must be a new arrival.
He must be
I'm Andre of a store.
a new arrival.
If you require smithing, then speak to me.
Damn it. I can't upgrade the Drake Sword either because I need a dragon scale. I just keep going
I'll
on.
be seeing you then.
Keep on.
Be careful
Keep it
out
on.
there.
Oh, there's something there that I don't want to deal with. So we're going to go the other way and face a different thing that I ideally wouldn't want to deal with. Or I usually wouldn't want to deal with. Yes, Mouse, we as chat are aware of my stupidity already. Well, I'd hope so. If I haven't stated it enough, Jesus. If you weren't aware of it, then I'd assume you're new. You're new here. Fresh hell. G'day, mate. Fuck you. Alright, the guy I don't want to deal with. This guy. Let's get out of the church. Don't want to face him. There. Ugh. I don't like how, like, kind of unpredictable he is. The way he swings about. That doesn't matter, he's dead. He's dead now, he's gone. It's good. We're good. And then I'm gonna get this thing, Firekeeper's Soul. The mage up there, we're gonna face him in a minute. And again, thanks for the VIP. You did the uppercase and lowercase message about you wanting VIP as a joke. So when you gave it to me, you were genuinely surprised. Thanks for that. Yes, you've said it before, but you don't care. Hey, it's all good. I appreciate the support you have provided. You've been here, you've been chatting, you know, you've been a very consistent viewer, and I do genuinely appreciate that. As a much smaller streamer, it's always really nice to have a good community around me. So having you here has been lovely. So I thought, why not reward that? And I appreciate your thanks, but it's always, as always, it's like totally okay. You're all good, man. Oi, 666. Perfect souls number. There is also a woman down here who can't speak, because she doesn't have a tongue. But she'll use Firekeeper cells to reinforce Estus flasks, so that's actually really useful. But again, can't speak. She doesn't say words. G'day, mate. And moving on. I almost thought that it wasn't going to go for a second. There was like the kunk and then no movement. I was like, is this elevator broken? First time ever having a broken elevator. Also, you'll notice I stopped at Firelink and sat at the bonfire. I do that specifically because it gives me 10 Estus flasks. So, bonfires that are upgraded or have a bonfire keeper, so that lady who doesn't have a tongue, they'll upgrade your Estus flasks also. Mom, I'm a VIP for this famous stream, but whispers, Mom, can I get some more rolls? Who's the other streamer that you're a VIP for? They're all buffed, so I've got to be real careful now. It's wizard. Okay, the wizard's dead. He'll never come back. He doesn't return. He's gone forever. Out of stamina. Come around the corner. This is a precarious point in the game, especially early in the game. These guys deal a lot of damage. They get buffed by the wizard. The wizard is dead, but his buff remained for a while. Okay, we're through. We made it through. Holy shit! I mean, it's one of the least comfortable point in an early game Dark Souls. You cheeky souls. Those are always useful. Those are like, I hate to say portable souls, but they're like good. They're good. They're good souls. It's the only one streamer and he's really fucking hot. And you say that as a dude who's 100% straight, but damn, he makes it hard not to be. I mean, I'm flattered. What could I say? I'm flattered. But then this is the part where you go, oh, it's like somebody else, it's not you. That's embarrassing. Okay, so this character I really like. His armor is so cool, and I've actually been so keen to maybe cosplay him or make his armor for like Oz Comic Con. His armor is super cool, and I'll explain in a moment. So I open the door. I use my mystery key. I think the mystery key, that's what it unlocks. It's this cell. But basically, this guy has like a helmet with like salt and pepper like shaker holes in it. Hard to see. He's also got like the crown. And then he also has like in his chest piece he has arms wrapping around him. And it's super cool.
Yes, very sorry.
My reward, so I let him out. He's told me that he's got a reward, but he's like, oh, you'll have to wait.
I am free.
I'm free. I can now get back to my work. Back to work. And a really sinister laugh. It's flips through documents. Yeah, that's his name. It's Grey Mersink. Oh, him! I've tried to raid him a few times and it's just not worked.
I can get back to work.
Hello, Plasmolid. Just be careful, as someone may try and kick you off a ledge in a con. You know what? If someone did, I'd be annoyed, but if they looked like Patches, or looked like who you are suggesting it is, and I said his name, so what's the point in being secretive? But like, someone does, you know what? Fair enough. He's a sketchy dude. He laughs like that. He's like, so he's definitely like suspicious as fuck. But hey, welcome to my stream. Currently playing through Dark Souls, as you know. I've played it a few times. I love it to death. But I thought I'd play through fresh for my stream. Come in, chill out. Tell us a little about yourself. I assume you adore, or you love, I can't believe I said or you love. You adore Dark Souls? Good luck. Yes, doing my best. We'll see how we go. There are some... The fuck just took damage up there? anyone can do it, it's Patches. He gets free pass since, well, that's his thing. Exactly. Get one of your fave games. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. It's one of my favorite games too. Not my first playthrough. Zombie Slayer, stop being a tease. Absolutely not my first playthrough. I know who Patches is. Clearly, it's not my first playthrough. What? The gargoyles come to life? Yeah. As a fellow Dark Souls enthusiast, you'll notice I do have the Drake Sword. I will not be hearing any critique. Shit. I mean, that's fine, but I want to get the tail. Give me the tail. It's one of my favorite things about Dark Souls 1 that isn't in any of the other games. I can get it later. Fuck it. It's dead. Ow. I'm gonna die. So quick to say I'm gonna die. So quick to call it. Oh shit, I'm gonna die. You're fine. You're fine, Greymass, you're fine. You literally have the Drake Sword, you're okay. Stop it! Stop breathing fire at me. Stop it. And the music just cuts off. Yeah, it's your first playthrough. Stop lying to your new viewer. I do sincerely apologize. He's quite the liar. Hey, hey, we don't want to set up this kind of precedent. Every single game I play through is like the first time I've ever played through it ever. We can't do that. Like, we can't lie to viewers like that. I've played through this game multiple times. I adore it. I have a Artorias the Abyss Walker mousepad. And no, it's not a big titty mousepad, though I wouldn't turn against that. Artorias of the Abyss, big titty or big booty mousepad. I wouldn't turn that away. First playthrough. Don't want to go Zombie Slayer's a bit of a prankster. He's like the Patches of my stream, basically. But if Patches could have moments of genuine honesty and kindness. Zombie Slayer. Bastard. I actually took a moment to read your name properly. Not with my stupid reading brain. And I fully understand now. Plasma Land. Cometh. There's nothing rude about that. Like, nothing rude about that at all. There isn't. Being a child. Me. Yeah, Greymass, you have the Drake Sword, stop worrying. Also me. The fuck is the Drake Sword? Is it something for New Game Plus? Is New Game Plus even in Dark Souls Remastered? But yeah, Greymass, stop worrying. The Drake Sword is like really good and stuff. The Drake Sword is really good. It's a really great weapon for early game. Once we get into the later parts of the game, it's not going to be quite as good. But yeah, plenty of people are just like, oh, don't use the Drake Sword. It saps the challenge out of the game. I'm like, I get where you're coming from, but ultimately I also don't want to suffer through the grueling challenge of the game. I've played through it plenty of times with that challenge. I'm done. Oh, great. So just leave out the several paragraphs of lore I told you. Fine. Just leave out the whole portion of me as your viewer. Yeah. Yeah. What I do. That's what I do. I miss messages. And I lie to my chat. I lie to new chat. That's just what I do. It is the Gramoose way. Oh, Jesus. Pew. Oh, that worked. Never confident in that. Just never confident in that. Let me up. Fuck. That was embarrassing. An embarrassing show of skills by one grey mouse. I read your paragraphs, I just didn't want to accommodate a liar. I didn't read your panels. Panels. Paragraphs. And lore. I know the lore. I know the lore of this game. Not like the back of my hand. Ignore that. Ignore that strange snoring. Ah, damn it. Go away. Skeletons, fuck off. It's Filing Shrine, you're not supposed to be here. Piss off. Go away. Jesus Christ, mate. The guy. Hey, I rang the bell of awakening, mate.
Why, what a surprise. I didn't expect you to make it. Oh, somebody rang the bell. Wait.
Can't believe you didn't think it was me.
You never give up, do you?
No.
I don't know how you do it. Well, don't stop now.
Sheer force of will, mate.
Only
Sheer
one
force
more.
of will.
But it's going to be suicide.
You basically said, I get the Drake Sword, makes the game easier so the game isn't hard like how it should be. But at the same time, I also don't fucking care since I already know what I'm doing, so, oh, and fuck you, and that's what I heard, but you said it in a really polite way. I always do that. I aim to be polite even when I'm defiant. Because I'm not defiant of any of you, I'm defiant of forums and critics who don't watch any of my content.
Accept it.
Thank you.
I'm grateful to you. Not enough for you? Well, let's not be greedy now.
His laugh. Suspicious.
By the Lords.
My face.
Humanity is really slipping.
Yes.
But there are methods. Most fools have more humanity than they know what to do with. Now, who do you imagine will make the best use of it? Our
Tempted to kick him off. But I also know I shouldn't. Oof. You bloody... I know what you do, mate. I know what you do. Suspicious of you, mate. Ask whether on or off stream you will teach me how to play Halo. But again, you said you don't like it and or can't play shooters, so you understand if not. You never know. I might end up playing Halo through on this stream. I'd be down. I've never played Reach, and I wanted to. Like, I've wanted to for a long time. Just never got around to it. So I could do that. I'd be down. Bloody cool. Fuck it.
Well, what have
Getting
we
him.
here? You leave me no choice.
Oh yeah, his weapons like pass. His weapons ignore my shield, so I may as well not even bother using my shield. Oh, he's gonna kill me. Yep, he's gonna kill me. Ah, Jesus. Should have seen that coming, of course, but that's okay. I want to teach you Reach so much. I will play Reach at some point in my streaming. I do believe that. I do definitely believe I'll play a Halo game at the very least. Synchronized. Let him roll back, let him go. Get lost, mate. I almost died. You have to play... So, have you played the other Halos? But that was way before. Oh, that's your favorite. That's fair. It's a really... Like, Reach is super cool, and I've always been curious to play it. I've played 3. And I played 3 with my brother. And that was great. I did enjoy it. That's what I killed him for. I wanted the ring. The Ring of Favor and Protection. Known commonly in the Dark Souls community as the FAP ring. So have I played? Yeah, have I played other Halos? But that was way before. Yeah, I played 3, and I really enjoyed it. And I would be keen to play Reach. I want to get better at shooters, and I think through streaming I actually probably would. There is a whole storyline with that guy that I'm just kind of missing from killing him, but I also am fine with that. Because I want the FAP ring. Ring of FAP. Favor and protection. Jerking it. It's such a, like... Yeah, so was that before... You not liking, so was that before you not liking shooters because you remember you saying you're not playing Spec Ops: The Line since it's a shooter? I'm not very good at shooters, so as a result, I don't lean towards it. It's not that I don't like shooters; it's just that I'm not good at them. So as a result, I've not played many shooters, and as a further result, I'm still not good at shooters as a grown mouse. But that being said, I'd be happy to learn, and if the game was good, Spec Ops: The Line, for example, I could be convinced. Let's say. You mean my Dead Space aim was spot on, so there's that. Well, that's really kind of you to say. You weren't there for the early streams, I'll admit. The early streams were abysmal. I was abysmal. Like, I was an abysmal shooter, and I was using a controller then. I switched to mouse and keyboard, and that was made a huge difference. But, yeah. I am learning. Slowly but surely, I will get better. And now that I am slightly better, I'd be keen to play more shooters. Hello. This is the Onion Knight. We love him. I actually have not a plushie, but I have like a stress ball of him. Which is wonderful. He's wonderful. I love this man. I love him.
I waited. So here I sit, Quite a
Quite
pickle.
the pickle.
Weighing my options, so to speak.
No, I wasn't there for those streams. However, since I only saw your later Dead Space streams, it's my own personal headcanon to know me as a good aimer. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Still closed. Still closed.
I'm not, but I appreciate that a great deal. The Onion Knight's just sitting and waiting. The gates are just closed.
Still closed.
Like, still closed. Closed. He'll just sit here and take a nap. And you know what? I love him for it. Siegmeyer of Katarina. What a dude. I almost said what a dilf. What a dude. I mean, he's a dilf. But that's not important. Static is came back now. It's gone. Yeah, that's weird. I think Loki was right about it being like the it may be a bitrate thing.
Well, look, you seem to be doing all need anything.
But even so, I'd like to get rid of it. Maybe even I could get better internet. Still no dragon scale.
I'll be saying, be careful out there.
Be careful out there. Don't want to see you go hollow. Jesus Christ.
Lightning Boy, and since your earlier Dead Space streams could just lie. Yeah, but you know me. You know Grey Mouse is a liar? Yes, because apparently this is my first playthrough. Fuck! I know there's a second part to that message. I'll get to it in a moment. Just fighting this headless boy. Trapping me. It's good. Fuck! Not, admittedly, a good way of fighting him. Staggered! Which actually means something in the later games. It means nothing, but I get a little bit more time to swing at him. This one. Means absolutely nothing in this game. And since your earlier Dead Space streams, you could just lie and say you had a good aim the whole time. Yeah, I could, but like, look at me. Grey Mouse. I can't be good at everything. I'm a pretty good drawer. I'm not the best at shooting. I'm also very bad at lying. I played Among Us with my friends, and it was just a nightmare. Anytime I was the imposter, I was just like, I did it. It was me. Tears in my eyes. Fuck. Let me go, you fucking bush. Dare it. Grab me. Bastard. You mean since there's no VODs of my earlier Dead Space streams, there's no evidence of your piss poor aim since it technically doesn't exist? That's true. That is true. There is no evidence to say that I'm bad at aiming. You always lie. You are correct. Lying makes us cool. Jesus Christ, that bush was just in my face for way too long. And if anything, I want to be a cool streamer. Definitely don't. I definitely care about being seen as a dork on streams, yeah. Dark Root Basin, woo!
Crystal Lizard, get him! Get him!
Came to the wrong neighborhood, motherfucker.
Got him! Cha!
Yeah. Got him. I'm pretty sure there's a boy. Yeah. I mean, there's always like a boy. So here's the first instance of an early game Oh, well, one of the starting classes armor sets. So the hunter's gear. I now have the hunter's gear. Hello, mate. Run me through. It's just the worst place to fight. Like, genuinely. A man like this, on a cliffside like this, it's dangerous. It spells OSHA violations. There we go. Goodbye. Mate. Back it up. Oh no, I'm dead.
Fuck! Damn it!
And I didn't rest at the bonfire by Andre. I'm an idiot.
A fool! Fuck!
Fine. Fine. I'll get back there. Don't even worry about it. I will be back there. Oh god, what an idiot. What a fool. What a grey mouse. What an absolute grey. It across. Then again, people could very easily say that I'm shit at Dark Souls because I died there. Fell off a cliff. And again, based on the, like, bloodstains that I've seen in Elden Ring, plenty of people have fallen to their deaths. Constantly. There. Any ledge, it's got just, like, this ring of, like, bloodstains around it. People have just fallen off, ridden off on torrent, or just jumped off because they thought there'd be, like, treasure. And nah. Dead. Tragic. But also unsurprising. Go up against that bush again. Bring it, bush. I mean, admittedly, I should be paying more attention to the ledges and stuff. Oh, almost fell off. Oh god, I'm literally looking at chat. I was talking about paying more attention, and I was looking at chat as I ran along a cliffside. Jesus Christ. Do it. Night. Hiding from me. Well, he's not hiding. Afraid. Where is he? Actually, where is he? Night? Where? What? What? Where'd he go? What happened to my voice as I said that? Where'd the Black Knight go? Mouse, is there any way you could make chat pop up for me faster? In other streams, it's immediate, but here it's kind of slow, but not awful. That's a pro gamer move. No, that's a grey mouse move. I think I have it set to slow mode just because I usually, like, I can't read it if it's quick, if we have a lot of people talking in chat. But that being said, I don't think it'll matter if I set it going faster. Oh, and also I'm reading them every so often. I get distracted, so it may not be that it's popping up slowly. It may be because I'm like distracted. Where the hell did he go? Just not here. I didn't kill him. I didn't kill him, and just not here anymore. Boom. Moment. That's fair. You want to read all of chat. That's usually the aim, I guess, but like admittedly it really depends on the stream. Sometimes it may just show up slowly. And then like, or if we get a nice quiet stream like this one where there aren't too many people talking, and then the slower mode doesn't really work. You alright? Hey. Something's going on with the AI right now. It's weird. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's okay. I don't know what happened to that Black Knight. He just disappeared. He was just gone. All of a sudden. Oh, that's bad. Distracted. Whispers. The guy kept talking about focusing. Yeah, exactly. It's a real, like, real dichotomy there. That I'm either distracted or hyper-focused. So that's Havel. He's a fucking beast. He's really fucking strong. And he's got a dragon tooth as a weapon. As a result, if I get hit once, I am dead. But he also has a really good ring on him, which increases equip load, which I could use to then put a chest piece on and then be more protected. That being said, I may not be strong enough for him yet, but see, give it another go. Give it another cheeky go. And just watch, it'll, like, I'm gonna get... Yep. Yeah, he's actually swinging for me now. Oh god, I have to blink.
Fuck you, Havel.
Let me stab you in the back. Oh, gonna make people motion sick. Gonna keep my shield up when I need it, I think, because that might save me from being insta-killed. I say, then just walk around with my shield down. Trying to get more backstabs on him. That really helps. We're just two lads fighting with dragon weapons. I don't like dragons either, Havel. Come on. Buds. Sorry, that was a guttural sound from old Gravehouse. Oh god. Jesus Christ. Havel. Both got weapons made of dragon bits. Yours is a tooth, mine's a tail. Should be friends. Damn it. Why do I keep Don't cover yourself in shit. That's what he does. He buffs himself and it looks like he's covered himself in, like, crap. Real weird. A real weird thing for a knight to do. Ah, torch in my face. Ow. Yikes. Yikes. Backstab. When he's got his sword and shield out, it appears that I can actually backstab him. Staring at the chat, getting distracted. Me get distracted. Me always get distracted. Me grey mass. Me not talk good when distracted. Me rarely took good, generally. In most social situations. Yikes, mate. Oh, he's not dead yet. He's still alive. He's still alive. Okay, we got him. We got him. Havel's ring. There we go, baby. Do not unequip the ring of favor and protection. If you unequip it, it breaks. Oh, I've never felt more stressed from that. That gonna be good? Wait. How heavy am I? 34. Hey, I can quick roll now with the armor. That's what I wanted to see. And as I was talking about, we now loop back around to Undead Burg. As this entire game world loops back on itself. Multiple times. It's fucking amazing. What a game. We could have actually opened this door earlier. And then faced Havel as a weaker being. Would have been a really bad idea. But we could have done it. We could have done it. Dark Souls. It's open for exploration. Alright, but I need to do this area. What else do I... Area. Run down these stairs for one. Oh god, that made me feel weak. I don't need to go that way. That way there's a Hydra and I don't want to fight that guy. Oh, I know what we need to do. We need to go to Blighttown. We need to ring the second bell. So... The best... One of the ways to do that is to go through the depths. Which we access by going to lower Undeadburg, fighting the Capra demon, and then getting the key, the basement key, to go into the depths. The depths is rough. Like, it's a rough place to go. And I think we'll go to it at some point. But once we get to the bottom of the depths, we have to go through most of Blighttown. I'd be keen to avoid Blighttown, honestly. Oh god, I almost ran off the edge. It's a bush. Ah, Zombie Slayer, thank you. Hydrate. Right, you're right. That actually really helped. Thanks, man. Thank you for reminding me. Alright. Then we gotta fight Quelaag once we get down to the bottom of Blighttown. Quelaag is a lot of people's favorite boss. For a particular reason. A particular set of reasons. I'm talking to you. Sorry. I don't need anything forged. Sorry, Andre. I love you, but Not today. That'll do. And I think once we get to Blighttown, we'll probably raid out. Call it a night. And raid out. That sounds good to you, y'all. Hold on, let me get out of danger. I saw your comment. I'll check. I'll respond in a moment. It's gonna get safe. Mouse, what would you say is wrong with the gamer community, either as a whole or specific communities besides Souls and Rainbow Six Siege community? We have said a lot about them. Yeah. I think the Souls... I almost just went into talking about the Souls community. I mean, I think the gaming community has done way better in recent years. I think some of the greatest avenues for gaming communities include stuff like speedrunning and communities like GDQ, who are some of like genuinely an amazing community of speedrunning, like gamers who speedrun and stuff like that. That's really good, but I do definitely think that for a very long time gaming wasn't very inclusive of everyone, or like anyone who was interested in playing games. And that was maybe one of the biggest shortcomings, was just that the openness. I think we lacked that for a very long time. Nowadays we're a lot better. Like definitely I think we're a lot better. But I think it is very much that, like the biggest issue with the gaming community is that openness to expand its community. Also, like beyond just gamers and stuff like that, I think one big issue is that there has been a real like depreciation in game quality, and more recently, more often than not, the games with the biggest or the most advertising are the least polished, and they lack that joy and enjoyment. We've had so many games that, like the pre-order nightmare like situation of a few years back, where we had games like Cyberpunk, which admittedly is a great game now, but was just this broken mess. And in one part, that's due to, you know, the demand from the community and the demand from gamers and stuff like that, sure. But then also on top of that, or in addition to that, there is also that, like, the company wanted to release a game and make a profit, which is not what makes gaming so great. They're running me out the door. I'm gonna leave Blighttown as soon as I've come back into it. I'm gonna leave Blighttown as fast as I entered it. I meant to say. Oh. And I completely whiffed. I saw your message. I'll respond in a second. Stab him in his booty. Oh, no, missed. Can't hit the booty. There we go. Thank God a lot of people give out Discords and such to build communities. It's not perfect to build those communities, but it's getting there. Yeah, absolutely. And one of the biggest things that I was, like, I guess concerned about, or not even concerned about, but I was conscious of, was that when I built a community and have started building a community on Twitch, my biggest thing was that I didn't want to build a community that would, like, I don't want to build a community that gets to a point where it could become toxic. Like, that is one of my biggest fears. That I really, like, I don't mind how small my community is, as long as it's filled with wonderfully good people who all understand, like, how to act and how to treat each other, things like that. You've advertised and it costs way too much. Yeah, exactly. And then it turns out to be just unpolished and a bit of a mess. And that really takes away from the joy of the games. And like some of the games can be great, and like Cyberpunk is great now. It's become great, and that's awesome. But when it was launched, it wasn't. No Man's Sky is also the same. Was also the same. It's a great game now, but it needed the time to actually develop and find out what it was actually going to be, because when it was being advertised, it, like, no one had any idea what it was going to be, so it was just building off of potential as opposed to a game that, like, was designed to be a certain way. It's like, No Man's Sky is great now, but it's nothing like what it was promised to be as well. Like, you gave me the Discord, and then maybe I will or won't meet people. It's fine if you don't. Oh shit, I'm getting attacked. I will read the rest of that in a moment. Ow, you motherfucker. Get up here, you son of a bitch. Stop hitting me. Get up here, you son of a bitch. Dang diddly fly. Fuck you. Fuck you, damn bees. Fucking. Give me a moment. Let me take care of this. Stop flying away. Get back here. Get back here, you son of a bitch. Fucking bastard. Get over here. Stop attacking me from far. Ah, poison. Damn it. Oh, that guy's... Hold on. I'm in a dangerous place. Give me a moment. Blind. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're on. I'll read your messages if and or when I get to a safe spot. Hold on. I'm in a dangerous place. This right here is Blight Tan. I'm dying. Jesus Christ. The poison. Too close, too close. Oh, Jesus. Okay, cool. Here. I'll take a moment and breathe. Okay, cool. Like, you gave me the Discord, and maybe you will or won't meet people. It's fine if you don't, but if you do, that's great. Maybe you will meet people who like Halo and such, and now we are friends or something. Yeah, exactly. There's like this wonderful and beautiful potential that comes with building a community. But it can so easily be taken for granted. It's great now, but that's the problem. It's only good years after release. They lost a lot of people who would have played it, and they didn't even have to play it. They could have just heard about it from other people and never bought it, but were going to. Yeah, exactly. Like, they could have... Like, it could have been a game that they really... Or it could now be a game that they could really enjoy. But because it had such a rocky start, it just isn't... It isn't... They won't get it, and it isn't worth it for them. Just a fun little thing, because we're sitting at an angle. Oh, my ass is in the air, but sometimes you'll actually like rest your foot up against the fire. Which is kind of funny. But I think we should end it there for this week. We made some really, like, genuinely made some insane progress. Like, insanely good progress. So, with that said, let's... Thank you. Yes. Press any key. And I press Alt. The Alt tab. Let's look at who to raid. Oh, Giggle. And Ellie. A lot of good people. Oh. Definitely feels stretch as well. Oh, and they could be from overseas. So now you have a friend from Mexico who likes Halo since we met from someone else in Discord. And that's really cool. Yeah, that's super cool. I've genuinely really loved just the wide variety of people I've met through streaming. You know, you've come from Guam. I've had a French person in chat. I get a lot of Canadians and Americans, but it's really cool because as an Australian, you don't get that all the time. As per usual, you pick Greymaster raid. We can do that, but I think from what I can see, his stream's about to end. He's looking at raiding stuff. So we don't want to raid into a raid, do we? Alright, so I think my choice is either Fire Giggles, she's currently playing Bear and Breakfast, or just Ellie will do, she's currently playing Legend of Zelda, both really good games. We could always check if someone's playing Dark Souls as well. Go remastered. Streaming and gaming is the only place where you see it happen so much. Yeah, absolutely. I agree completely. Ooh, we could do a double raid with Greymass. Yeah, we could. We could do a double raid with Greymass. Absolutely. I went into the Dark Souls Remastered like Twitch space, and then I saw like somebody playing Dark Souls, of course, duh. But my like the little screen had my stream on it, and I was like, are they fucking watching my stream? And then I realized no, it's just like the overlay like set up. I was like, how dare they? Yeah, so who are we gonna go with? We're gonna go with Giggles or Ellie, or should we go with a Dark Souls streamer? What, Blighttown? It's cool. Oh man, my voice is croaky. I think it may have actually happened, guys. I may actually be losing my voice. As an introvert, that is astounding to me. Who did I raid last time? Did I raid Giggles or Ellie? That's the question. What's it Gigs playing? Gigs is playing Bear and Breakfast. So from what I've seen, it's kind of like Stardew Valley but with animals and stuff. Ellie is playing Legend of Zelda: The Breath of the Wild, which is great, but yeah, so Bear and Breakfast is quite new, I think. Gigs always plays like the latest stuff, which is kind of cool. These Mario ads. Sick of Mario. I'm sick of the Mario movie. Haven't even seen it. Sick of it. Could not give the slightest fuck about Mario. Dang movie. And it feels like it's going on forever. Okay, so I can message Greymouse on Discord and I will tell him who to raid, so it's a double raid. Don't know if it works like that. You can do that, for sure. I don't know if he'll listen to you, though. I'm thinking how many choices are there? 2, pretty much. I don't know if we're going to jump into a new streamer tonight. I think it's going to be pretty chill just to jump into somebody we know. Someone we know and appreciate, I think. I'm gonna say Giggles. We love Giggles. And also I feel like I raided Ellie last time. So let's jump into Giggles. Yeah. As always, thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate all of you, and I will see you on Sunday for more drawing. But until then, see you then.